Taking the skilled class to rank 4 is fine. The skilled class is a mix between quite powerful defenders and attackers that are still used in the current meta. Yes, it is true that it is quite difficult to frame the characters in the best 5 to rank 4, but hey, let's try it. It is worth in the top 5 as rank 4 that you have to be rising is Lumatrix, okay? But in this case, I have to tell you that he is a somewhat exclusive character that in the end was a chase and went to the one we had, well, during the Glorious Games saga, if I remember correctly. Then friends, if you haven't been able to get this Lumatrix, then I'm very sorry, but he is a very gold character. He is a character who has a pretty crazy attack thanks to those Purias, thanks to those fractured bars. The character does ultra massive damage, and then if we highlight him on the defense part, he has that ability to fail that is going to be driving you totally crazy. A lot of people are failing on Alliance Wars teams and Materons because they are putting this defender either rank 3 or rank 4. He is a very, very valid and very top character. Aside from his failure mode, Veil also has the ability to dodge blows, so that's what he likes. Is there going to be a window for this Matrix look? Well, he comes in with everything and smashes you into cakes. Okay, he's a pretty good character, and I'm not hesitating enough to take him to rank 4 because he's a character very much like I say, both in defense and attack. Okay, so for me, Look Matrix becomes the skill top 5 to take to rank 4. We are going for the top 4. Well, the top 4 we have, well, as I said, there are many skilled characters, and as always, of Total Scarto, really, those of us who are not going to be able to obtain yet or who do not know the performance they do in games such as Frankencarcel and Mr. Knight, okay, and Spider-Man Stealth, okay, that we don't know how it is going to be able to be developing in the goal in the top 4 friends. I'm going to include Nick Fury, okay, he's a fairly old character that I remind you that he came out with the Ace and Fire event, which in this case is Ace and Fire, right? Sorry, her to file, sorry, so Nick Fury is a character that we may also be getting because he is already in the Saga Crystals example. And we are also, they are in some totally exclusive crystals that they have taken out Kavan. So for that same reason for Nick Fury, it becomes this top 4 for rank 4. I remind you that the greater the singularity, this Nick Fury is going to be even more powerful because let's remember that we developed that second life that Nick Fury has, which in the end is what makes him lethal and that he is a quite strong defender both in materials and on battlefields. So if you don't have a duplicate, I don't recommend carrying it table rank 4. But if you have it doubled from 60 or 80, it is quite good to take it to a rank 4. Since I say for the defense and for that double life that you are going to end up ending more slowly and then also in the attack. We can say that Nick Fury is a piece of character as long as he faces characters who are not immune to hemorrhage. Because here, Nick Fury's strength in the attack is due to hemorrhage. When with the blows, we leave that disadvantage of hemorrhage, and if we finish the combo in a weak blow that hemorrhage well, it's going to be even stronger. So Nick Fury deserves that rank 4 in my consideration as top number 4 in this skilled class. Okay, let's start with the top 3 friends. In this case, we are going to go for defense because if friends pocket and are still one of the toughest characters in the game, and although each one takes out more and more counters from the character, they don't always hit the key. So press, and for me, it's a character that yes or yes, it has to be in tail 4 as you are already seeing on the screen. And on top of that, Bullsete is prestige, which we are going to see a little later. But Bullset is a very top character. The defense as always. This character plays like a beast like Almatrix but much more. He evades like a scared beast that eventually enters that little window and is going to be doing you totally gross damage. Apart from his critical hit, apart from his instant bleeding, and then the attack as I always say it is quite underrated because friends have that mini game called the signaled one that you just have to drop or the bomb or the card just at the moment before the super attack when you are going to launch it, and with that we will obtain the signaled one. Therefore our cruelty improvements that we generate are going to be even stronger, and apart from that this character has guaranteed critical hits. Therefore in different nodes, the character may be serving us a lot. So friends, Bullseye for me, he is the top 3 without a doubt to rise to rank 4 in your account. And apart from this character, he is going to make the difference between winning or losing in a Battlegrounds game 100%. Okay, in these two friends, we go with Yelena Belova. A character who is also quite a top in defense. We have already seen his performance. How can he be quite annoying due to his long super attacks, difficult to avoid apart from that totally good bleeding that he has, and instantaneous as Bullside appeared. And but in this case, why is he above Bullside? You will say because Yelena Belova has great use in attack. Many people thought she was totally defensive, but I can tell you no. Yelena Belova is a very good striker, and if you know how to use her and develop her to the fullest, you will have a very, very solid character. Apart from that, he is a top prestige character that we are going to see a little later. Therefore, Yelena Belova takes the position number 2 in this rank 4 of the skilled class. Okay, and finally, friends, we enter the top one that this skilled top deserves. Okay, and we're talking about Okoye, folks. Okoye, yes or yes? You must have it in rank 4. Is that there is not even an absolute doubt? Okay, hey, it is a beast. It does not have massive damage from blows, but it does have massive damage from high voltage disadvantages we bleeding. Sorry, that basically what it does is sweep away all life. The defenders, like a knife going into butter, absolutely bursts the lives of the opponents. Fights that are almost impossible through the disadvantages of high voltage and bleeding are liquidated literally in seconds. For example, you can see the latest proof in a video of mine that I have against the Lizard of Monthly Supervision. How literally this character blends into that character. And you also say, okay, what if the defender is immune to bleeding or high voltage? Don't worry, because he has the solution to that. What he hears, instead of putting a hemorrhage, a high voltage, he puts two high voltages or two disadvantages of bleeding. It means that using one or the other, you will have the same damage. So he is a very top character in attack that logically you must be having in run for yes or yes. So friends, now let's move on to the summary infographic of this skilled class. And here, friends, you are seeing the summary infographic of with the top characters at rank 4 of the skilled class. In this case, you are already seeing the top 5 that we have explained why before. But in this case, we also have to be highlighting the characters that are included in the prestige. In this case, the top already included both Koi, which is the prestigious top 12, and Hyelena, which is the prestigious top 3. So Hyelena is the best option to reach rank 4. You have everything and or Koi, more of the same. But friends, here we also enter the male sim or male variant. And we have a pretty decent character with pretty good damage and very good stability. But in the end, it is a prestigious top 11. So it is also important to take it to rank 4 if you are looking for maximum prestige in the game. So friends, in this way, what would the two rank 4 characters of this skilled class give? See you in other videos. Bye bye. And before finishing the video, thank you very much to all of you who are members of the channel, to JP, to Elian Ramirez, and Oscar Salmeron for being VIP Sorry this November 2025. Don't forget to become a channel member via the video description. Thank you all for your support.